What is up, good people? Crypto Prepper here. Today is Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. Today we're going to continue working our way down the coin market cap list. And we've done Litecoin, Avalanche. These keep swapping, of course, because we saw a little bit of pump in AVAX or drop in Litecoin that changed the order. We will skip Dai and Canton because Dai is a stable and Canton's only been around for a couple of months. So we don't want to try to do a 365-day back test on something that's only been around a couple months. So that brings us to Shiba Inu. And I've already set it up on Coinbase, and then I'll have you watch me do it on Kraken real quick too. So here on Coinbase, the settings that I used on this bot are looking pretty good. We got a 27.1% APY. And when we zoom out on the chart here, nope, let it update a little bit better. Here we go. Okay, so I don't know if it's a Coinbase thing or the list of the pairing, but this one, unlike the last couple ones I've done, this one let me zoom out to see the entire year's chart. So this is cool because it allows you to visualize here from when this bot started around January 11th, 12th, and the price has dropped 57%, and that's standard to what we've been seeing in and basically the entire market over the last year. It was a 60 some odd percent drop, and this bot still produced you 27.1% gains. Now it has three buy lines under here. So it looks like it just fulfilled this one here. And then I know the way that we set up these bots, this buy order has $500 on it. This one has 250 and this one 125. So it still has 700, 820 bucks, 825 bucks to work with in the bot. And then it still has the 200-ish. It's got to be pretty close to be taking profit here, maybe not too far off. So you could close this bot out, and you would still be pretty close to $1,000 that you would be able to get out of it, plus the 271 that is already in your USD wallet, not connected to what you have in the bot still. So anyway, instead of being down 60 or 57% and having if you would have bought $1,000 with a SHIB a year ago, you would only have 430 bucks worth of SHIB, and now you have still basically $1,000 working for you in your bot plus 271 that's in your wallet you can do anything with. All right, so 27% on Coinbase, and let's run through these settings here real quick. Really, the only thing different than what we typically do is this averaging order step percent, and it's set at 8. So that's pretty similar to what it was set at on AVAX that we did yesterday. So let's pop over to Kraken and do the same thing on this bot. So we're going to do the same settings. So we plug in our 1,000 investment. We're going to set these bots up with 1,000, just like always. You can scale them up as far as you want, but the way these settings are configured is for $1,000. So, yeah, I always just start these out at 5, so that's why I'm typing 5 in there, and then scroll this all the way up to X2, and this one all the way down to off, and then change this to 5. So it's been a while since I've done this from scratch for you, so you can kind of see what the defaults are and what we do to change these and compare them. So with my plan, I can do a 365-day back test. The plan I had for the 4+ years that I've been using Bitsgap before this year was the advanced plan, and I could only do 180. So that didn't make quite as sexy videos. And then the base plan that you can get for $23 to $29 a month, you can only do a 30-day back test. So even if you just start out with that one, you can watch these videos and mirror these bot settings and until you can justify upgrading your plan. So let's run that 365-day back test on these settings, and you'll see that it's not too good. So then when I scroll out and I look at the, the chart here and I see all these orders, and then I'm like, well, looks like I need to take that up. And so like I did on Coinbase, I worked my way up and ended up on an 8. So here we have nice consistent activity throughout the entire year. And there was one thing it still baffles me. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but um, when I was playing around with these bot settings, I had this one set at 6 on Kraken. And when I did a back test, it gives me a 44% APY. And those exact same bot settings on Coinbase gave me like a 0.37. So I can't really understand why that was happening. But, even if you just stick with the doing, just so you're not keeping your eggs in one basket, you have one of these bots set up on Coinbase, one set up on Kraken, and even if you just have the setting at 8 on both, instead of, since you're not going to be able to most likely have a 365-day back test and figure this out for yourself, if you had them both set at 8, Kraken and Coinbase, and you can do just like, and this is what you want to do. You want to do your trading in demo mode until you're comfortable with putting enough live money in it to make a difference or make it matter. So always do your stuff on demo mode, play around with these settings, and then if you do have any questions, just pop them in the comments and whatnot. But anyway, I thought this one was interesting, and we usually don't see that kind of differential between the same settings on, Kraken versus Coinbase. So a difference of 27.1 and 30 that's makes sense to me because we have the trading fee on Kraken is about half of what it is on Coinbase. But the fact that we could get 44% on a changing this down to 6, but then doing those same settings on Coinbase gave me like 0.37. That's kind of baffling. So you can see if you've been following along on these videos, uh, you can see we had a nice little pop in ETH, and ETH has created some bot profit. And up until now, it's been kind of boring. Um, XRP hasn't done much. Let's see how close we are on these. So zoom in because these are pretty young bots. They've only been going for 8 days, a little bit more than that. So this one is going to take profit at 226. These are the ones we staggered the settings a little bit. This one's going to take some profit at 222. And this is a cool thing too, is it tells you how much profit it's going to make you when it hits that. So this one didn't hit more buy orders, so the amount in the bot is less than that in the other one we were looking at. So that's interesting to see how different these are. This one's going to take profit at 231. And these ones on Kraken are just clones of a couple of these on Coinbase. So oddly enough, even with Coinbase's bigger fees or larger fees, more expensive fees, the bot profit has been more typically on Coinbase than Kraken. This one was, I guess it's maybe half and half. So that's why I say what I'm doing is I'm setting up bots on Coinbase and Kraken. These aren't my real bots. These are just demo to play around with. But in real life, I have everything. I have everything diversified between different pairings and different exchanges. So, and here's this nice little pop we saw in Ethereum today. All right. So if you like that, if you like what I'm doing in this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. And if you want to see more of these videos, subscribe to the channel. And if you have a favorite coin, leave it in the comments. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.